Bonjour, année 8. Aujourd'hui, c'est lundi 8 juin. Nous allons commencer avec ma ville, là où j'habite. Ma ville, that means my town. Have a look at what we've got up here on the slide. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Numéro 1. Dans ma ville, il y a un marché. Numéro 2. Dans ma ville, il y a un stade. Numéro 3. Dans ma ville, il n'y a pas de centre commercial. Okay, so you've got a little bit of vocab help there in the purple box. Ma ville is my town. Il y a means there is. Il n'y a pas, there isn't. What do you notice when what comes after the negative? So you can see that we say il y a un marché. There is a market. Il y a un stade. There is a stadium. But we say il n'y a pas de centre commercial. So we're not using un or une after a negative. Just something to bear in mind. Here's some vocab. I'd like you to write these words down on your piece of paper or in your books if you have a book that you're working in. So we've got 12 items of vocabulary. As you're writing them down, just have a think. Which ones do you know? Which ones can you recognise or guess? And which ones are completely new and you can't guess? So just have a think at the moment. We're just writing the French for now. In a moment I'm going to put up the English and you're going to try and match them up. So just pause for a moment, give yourself time to write them down. And here we go. Here's the English. So here we go. Here you have the English vocabulary listed, but it's in the wrong order. Can you work out which one goes with which? Just pause it here while you look at the English and make those connections. I'm going to bring up the answers now. First of all, we've got un stade, a stadium. Un centre commercial, a shopping centre. Think about how we use the word commercial. It's for commerces is another word for shops. Un centre de loisirs. Loisir sounds a bit like leisure, that's what it means. Un château is a castle, you might have heard that. Un marché is a market, we had that at the beginning of the lesson. Une église is a church. Une piscine is a swimming pool. Une patinoire, an ice rink. Des magasins, some shops. So des, D-E-S, means some. Des musées, some museums. Des cafés, some cafes. Des restaurants, some restaurants. Notice how restaurant is spelt in French and in English. It's restaurant. It's the same spelling in both languages. Okay, now I'm going to bring them up in the right order so you can just check that you've got them right on your piece of paper or in your books. There we go. Have a little look here, pause it just to check that you've got all that vocabulary written down with the English. At the beginning we talked about dans ma ville, meaning in my town, and we had il y a. Can you remember, what did il y a mean? It meant there is. Okay, so how would we say in my town there is a shopping centre and there is a museum, some museums? Dans ma ville, il y a un centre commercial et des musées. How are you going to say this time? In my town there is a swimming pool, but there is not a castle. Have a think. What would you say? Was it anything like this? Dans ma ville, il y a une piscine, mais il n'y a pas de château. How about this one? In my town there is an ice rink, but there is not a market. Dans ma ville, il y a une patinoire, mais il n'y a pas de marché. Okay, so here we have a little picture of a town, and you'll hopefully recognise this vocabulary that we've just had a little look at. We're going to have a listen. What is there and what isn't there in their town? So there are 5 questions. I want you to write the numbers 1 to 5 and listen to what they say there is, il y a, and what do they say there isn't, il n'y a pas. Okay? Listening out.
Exercice 2. Écoute. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Qu'est-ce qu'il n'y a pas? Note les informations en anglais. 1.
Il y a une piscine, mais il n'y a pas de patinoire. Il y a une piscine, mais il n'y a pas de patinoire.
So you can make notes in either French or English. Did you get that? Il y a une piscine, mais il n'y a pas de patinoire. So there is a swimming pool, but there isn't a skating rink, an ice rink. Okay, let's listen to the next one. See if you can get what they're saying.
2.
Il y a des magasins, mais il n'y a pas de centre de loisirs. Il y a des magasins, mais il n'y a pas de centre de loisirs.
So with this one, did you get that? I'm going to bring up the answer. There are some shops, il y a des magasins, mais il n'y a pas de centre de loisirs. Do you remember loisir? Sounds a bit like leisure. Leisure centre. There isn't a leisure centre. Numéro 3.
3.
Il y a un centre commercial, mais il n'y a pas de stade. Il y a un centre commercial, mais il n'y a pas de stade.
So number 3. Il y a un centre commercial, mais il n'y a pas de stade. So there is a shopping centre, but there isn't a stadium. Number 4.
4.
Il y a un marché, mais il n'y a pas de musée. Il y a un marché, mais il n'y a pas de musée.
Okay, number 4. Il y a un marché, mais il n'y a pas de musée. So there's a market, but there's no museum. And the last one.
5.
Il y a un château, mais il n'y a pas d'église. Il y a un château, mais il n'y a pas d'église.
Il y a un château, mais il n'y a pas d'église. There is a castle, but there isn't a church. How did you get on? Hopefully you heard some of those. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit about expressing opinions. Being able to express your opinions, saying what you think is really important. I'd like you to write these phrases down. Je pense que. I think that. Say it after me. Je pense que. Je pense que. I think that. À mon avis, in my opinion. Say it after me. À mon avis. À mon avis, in my opinion. And last one, pour moi. Means personally, or literally it means for me. Pour moi. Say it after me. Pour moi. Pour moi. Make sure you've got those written down in French and in English. And we're going to look at people expressing opinions about their town. Dans ma ville, il y a un marché, Je pense que c'est nul. Can you remember, what does nul mean? So the first part of the sentence, what are they saying that there is in their town? And what do they think about it? Dans ma ville, il y a un marché. Je pense que c'est nul. In my town, there's a market. I think it's rubbish. Remember, c'est means it is. Dans ma ville, il y a un stade. À mon avis, c'est vraiment super. What's this person saying? Is it positive or negative? What do you think? They're saying, in my town there is a stadium. In my opinion, à mon avis, it's really great. C'est vraiment super. It's really super. Dans ma ville, il n'y a pas de château. Pour moi, c'est stupide. Parce que j'adore l'histoire. What does this person say? Why do they think it's stupid that there isn't a castle in their town? What are they saying? They're expressing another opinion, aren't they? J'adore l'histoire. I love history. How about this person? Dans ma ville, il y a un grand centre commercial. Je pense que c'est bien parce que j'adore faire du shopping. Lots of information here. What are they saying first of all? What is there in their town? Un grand centre commercial. A big shopping centre. Why do they think it's good? J'adore faire du shopping. They love shopping. Dans ma ville, il y a une piscine. À mon avis, c'est cool parce que j'aime faire de la natation. Why do they like it that there's a swimming pool? What are they saying? À mon avis, c'est cool parce que j'aime faire de la natation. They like to do swimming. Now remember, faire in French means to do, but we would often translate it as to go. So they say faire de la natation, literally to do swimming, but we would say to go swimming. Okay, so some little phrases there for you. And we're going to pick up a little bit of grammar from that. Verbs, verbs, verbs. What is the infinitive? Can you remember? We did a little bit about this in a previous lesson. It's the unchanged form of the verb before we start to add the endings, which correspond to whoever is doing the action. In English, it is to eat, to run, to play. So we don't say I to play, he to play. We say I play and he plays. It's the same in French. You have to change it according to the pronoun. In French, you've got three types of verb. The infinitive always ends in either er, ir, or re. Here's some examples. Regarder, to watch. That's an er verb, ends in er. Finir, to finish. Ir verb, ends in ir. Faire, to do. Re verb, ends in re. You can use two verbs together to say what you like to do. So j'aime, I like, plus the infinitive means I like to and whatever it is you're doing. This person has said, dans ma ville, il y a une piscine. À mon avis, c'est cool parce que j'aime faire de la natation. I like to do swimming. But like I said, we'd probably translate it as I like to go swimming. I'd like you to write down j'aime plus infinitive equals I like to ... Okay, and we're going to come up with some examples now. Can you work them out? I'd like you to write down the French first of all. You've got 6 short sentences here. Can you work out what this person is saying? What do they like to do, love to do, not like, hate? Okay? Pause it here just while you have a think about those, and then I'll bring up the answers. So remember, you're looking for a construction like I like to, I love to. Okay? First one, I like to do sport. We would probably translate it actually as I like doing sport. I like to watch telly. Number 2, j'aime regarder la télé. Or I like watching telly. J'adore jouer au tennis. Number 3. I love playing tennis. You could say I love to play tennis. That would be fine too. Je n'aime pas écouter de la musique. I don't like listening to music. Number 4. Number 5. Je déteste faire de la natation. I hate going swimming. Literally it's I hate to do swimming, but we would probably say I hate going swimming. Et numéro 6. J'adore parler avec mes amis. I love to talk with my friends, or I love talking with my friends. Okay, fantastique. Let's add in some detail about when. You've got some new phrases here. I'd like you to write these down. So, en été. Look at the months. Juin, juillet, août. What time of year do you think this is? The next one. En hiver. Décembre, janvier, février. What time of year is that? What season? So, en été is obviously in summer. En hiver is in winter. Do you remember our word hibernate? It comes from the same root as hiver. Then we've got a lovely smiley sun. Quand il fait beau, when it's nice weather. Quand il fait chaud, underneath, when it's hot. Quand il pleut, when it's raining. Quand il fait froid, when it's cold. I'd like you to write those details down, please. So let's just check you've got those. En été, in summer. En hiver, in winter. Quand il fait beau, when it's nice weather. Quand il fait chaud, when it's hot. Quand il pleut, when it's raining. Quand il fait froid, when it is cold. Okay, so here we've got some translation for you. I'd like you to write the French down. There are 4 sentences, plus a challenge sentence if you're feeling brave. And then work out what do they mean based on the vocabulary that we've done in the previous slides. So, quand il fait beau, j'aime faire du vélo. Quand il fait froid, j'aime faire de la danse. Quand il pleut, j'aime faire du judo. En été, j'aime faire de l'équitation. Have a think about those. Write them down and then translate them. Leave a space underneath so you can write the English. Then have a go at translating this from English into French. So when it is hot, you're going to use the same construction, quand il, and then whatever it was we had for it is hot. I like, so we know that I like is j'aime. I like to go swimming. Now remember the French will say to do the swimming. Okay, so have a think. Maybe look back to remind yourself. Answers coming up in a second. So just pause if you want to give yourself time to write. Quand il fait beau, j'aime faire du vélo. When it's good weather, when it's sunny, when it's nice weather, I like to go cycling. So you'll notice that faire, again, it means to do cycling. Technically that would be correct. We're more likely to say to go cycling. Numéro 2. Quand il fait froid, j'aime faire de la danse. When it's cold, I like to do dance. I like to go dancing, you can have as well. Numéro 3. Quand il pleut, j'aime faire du judo. When it's raining, I like to do judo. Numéro 4. En été, j'aime faire de l'équitation. In summer, I like to go horse riding. And here was the challenge. When it's hot, I like to go swimming, or I like to do swimming. Quand il fait chaud, j'aime faire de la natation. How did you get on? Mark your answers. and we're going to do a little bit of listening. Okay, we are going to listen to 5 people talking about what they do and when. Each person is going to mention 2 activities and 2 times when they do it. For example, summer, winter, nice weather, raining, hot weather, cold weather. Okay, so what you need to do is write the numbers 1 to 5 in the margin and you don't have to have a grid exactly like this, but you do need 4 columns. When plus activity, and then when plus activity for each person. So the first person, we're going to do this together, says that in summer they like to do something, which we're going to listen out for, and in winter they like to do dance. So let's just have a listen. So pause it now while you get a chance to get your grids or your columns together, and then we'll have a listen. Numéro 1.
3. Écoute. Copie et complète le tableau en anglais. 1.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais en été? En été, je fais de la natation. Et qu'est-ce que tu fais en hiver? En hiver, je fais de la danse. Qu'est-ce que tu fais en été? En été, je fais de la natation. Et qu'est-ce que tu fais en hiver? En hiver, je fais de la danse.
How did you get on with that? So they said, en été, je fais de la natation. Can you remember what la natation was? Let's bring up the answer. It was swimming. Okay, let's listen to the second person.
2.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais quand il fait beau?
Quand il fait beau, je fais des promenades.
Et quand il pleut?
Quand il pleut, je fais du judo.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais quand il fait beau?
Quand il fait beau, je fais des promenades.
Et quand il pleut?
Quand il pleut, je fais du judo.
3.
So this person mentions that quand il fait beau, je fais des promenades. Do you remember, this is some vocabulary that we've had before in year 8. We talked about the promenade in Cheltenham, and why was it called the promenade? Because people liked to parade up and down it in their fine clothes in the 18th century. So promenade is to go walking. Okay, so they like to go walking, and in the rain they like to do judo. So this time we're listening out for person number 3 is going to say that in hot weather they like swimming, but what do they like to do in cold weather? Let's see if we can get it.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais quand il fait chaud?
Quand il fait chaud, je fais de la natation.
Et quand il fait froid?
Quand il fait froid, je fais du roller.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais quand il fait chaud?
Quand il fait chaud, je fais de la natation.
Et quand il fait froid?
Quand il fait froid, je fais du roller.
Je fais du roller. Do you remember what that was? Je fais du roller. It was roller skating, roller blading. Okay, numéro 4. They like doing ice skating. When do you think they are going to like to do this? And then they also like to do horse riding. When? So we're listening out for the time phrases this time in number 4.
4.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais en hiver?
En hiver, je fais du patin à glace.
Et en été?
En été, je fais de l'équitation.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais en hiver?
En hiver, je fais du patin à glace.
Et en été?
En été, je fais de l'équitation.
Okay, so this person, the question was, qu'est-ce que tu fais en hiver? And the second question was, qu'est-ce que tu fais en été? Do you remember? En hiver was in winter, and en été in the summer. Okay, last one. Lots of details to get in this one. Have a good old listen.
5.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais quand il fait froid?
Je fais du parcours. C'est génial.
Et quand il fait beau?
Je fais du skate. J'adore ça aussi.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais quand il fait froid?
Je fais du parcours. C'est génial.
Et quand il fait beau?
Je fais du skate. J'adore ça aussi.
Okay, so this person gave us lots of opinions, as well as saying their activities. So, in cold weather, quand il fait froid, je fais du parcours. Okay, that's where people run and jump. We use the same word in English. They're jumping around buildings and off walls and things. Please don't try this at home. And then the next one was quand il fait beau, nice weather, je fais du skate. Okay, so this person also likes skateboarding. They gave a couple of opinions. For the parcours, they said c'est génial, it's great. And for skateboarding, they said j'adore ça. Those are great opinions there. Okay, hope you got on okay with that. Had a little go. So finally, can you write me a little piece about what you like and don't like to do and when? Okay, use the examples to help you here. So the first one, quand il fait beau, j'aime faire du vélo. C'est génial. When it's nice weather, I like to go cycling. It's great. Second one, en été, j'aime faire de l'équitation. J'adore ça. In summer, I like to do horse riding. I love it. And then a negative opinion, en hiver, je déteste faire du vélo. À mon avis, c'est nul. In winter, I hate going bike riding. In my opinion, it's rubbish. Get some opinions in. Use those. Look back in your notes. Use those opinion words that we had, and write 40 words. Include some time phrases and some activities. And if you like, you can say something about your town as well. Maybe say what there is and what there isn't in your town. Okay, bonne chance! Right guys, you have got 2 weeks to do this, so it's due in on the 22nd of June, and I'll really look forward to seeing it from my classes. And if Mr. Sconiemilio or Miss Allen are your teachers, then send your pieces of writing to them. Bonne chance, à bientôt, au revoir!